Hi everyone and welcome back to Art with Miss Choate. If you're new to my channel, what we do here is we make art out of the simple things we have around our house. So today all we're going to be needing is paper, some scissors, or you can tear if you don't have scissors, and some glue. And again, if you don't have glue, you can either make your own paste out of flour and water, or you can just lay out the paper and take a picture of it and have it exist as a photo instead of the physical piece. So we're going to be playing with optical illusions and space and color. So go grab some paper, you can grab it out of the recycling bin, you can grab some scratch paper, some art you've already made that maybe you don't care for anymore, and we're going to be cutting it up. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. So for this project, we're going to need our background paper, which can be any color, could already have a design on it if you'd like, and then the paper that we're going to cut up for our circles. Also, if you have a ruler, that would be good. Otherwise, you can use a straight edge, or you can freehand it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be drawing our perspective. So we want to pick a point that's going to look further away in space. It doesn't have to be right in the middle. You can draw it off in any direction you want. So we're going to start by putting a point on our page. So that's the point that I'm picking, and I'm going to put all my lines leading to it. And they can be as big or as small as you'd like, and we're just going to go around all the way around drawing our lines. And you can draw as many or as few as you'd like. And you can see I'm just rotating my ruler as I go around. I put my pen back on that point and I rotate it. You can see I'm holding my ruler down with multiple fingers so that way it doesn't slip on me. And if you wanted some area of your page to be blank, like not have these lines, you can do that. Remember, you're the artist. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Mine is just an example. And I'm going to put one more. You can always go back and add more if you like. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in these areas black. You can choose any color you want. But I recommend you keep them all the same so we kind of have that look that is going back into space. A few tips: you could put another piece of paper underneath to catch your little marker points. The other tip is go all in the direction that you are moving. Don't go this way if we're trying to make it look like it's going back into the distance. And I always outline first. I do that black, the one straight, do the next one, and then I color in the inside. So we want to try to make that nice and straight. Now you could go ahead and use your marker to make those initial lines, but I don't because I sometimes smudge up my paper if I make a mistake. I want to be able to go correct it. Now I'm skipping one and I'm coloring in the next. Try to do it in nice, smooth motion. And just continue coloring it in. If you're like me and your marker starts to run out, remember there's a few things you can do. You can soak it in a little bit of rubbing alcohol or just plain water, not for very long, and it should come back to life a little bit. Or you can go ahead and cover the whole thing in like another color, so either a dark blue, give the whole thing another coat and you won't even notice. But I don't mind that it got lighter. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to add our circles. We're going to cut lots of different sizes of circles. You can trace circles, or you can freehand, or you can do that little trick I showed you where you put your pencil down and you twist your paper, but that works better for smaller ones. So I save all my paper from various projects, and I'm just going to freehand some circles. And I want there to be some smaller and some bigger because we're going to make them look like they're going back into space. And it's going to be up to you where you place them on your page. I'm kind of going to do a spiral here, so getting bigger as they come out. And I'm going to change up my color too. I brought some different scratch paper over. And you can always cut out your circles and then play with the placement after. I wouldn't recommend attaching them until you know that you like where they are. And it's up to you how many you have on your page. Maybe I'll kind of do another one of those here. Maybe I'll do a really tiny red one. Here we go, a little tiny red one right there. Really close to that dot going back into space. And you can just kind of play with where they're going. I like how that looks. We can see that it's like coming, these are coming out of the circle and they're getting bigger as they come out. And we have this nice spiral going on. And the composition is thought out and we don't have anything for this. We have a focal point. So now let's go ahead and glue them down. If you're using liquid glue, remember a dot goes a very long way. Remember, make sure you're happy with your placement before you glue them. That way all you have to do is lightly pick it up and put it down. And that's all the glue we're going to need for this project. Tape would also work if you need to make a paste, or you can just take a picture, rearrange them, take another picture. I love doing that, and then I like to come back and look at them later and decide which one is actually my favorite composition. So there we go. There is our finished little optical illusion of space from a simple drawing. So I hope you had fun making your optical illusion with space with a simple drawing, so we can see how since they get bigger to smaller, it looks like they're going back into space, which was helped out by these lines that get thicker and thinner. So we played with perspective. So I hope you had a fun time doing this 1-point perspective drawing. Remember, if you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye, friends!